Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Let's bow down to Shimataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and put Bandhan. Sri Ganesh Mantra. Let us bring our attention on our left heart. Mataji, kindly come into our heart. I am a pure spirit. Let us bring our attention on our Sahasrara. Mataji, kindly establish our self-realization. Please bless us with thoughtless state. Let us listen to Shimataji's speech.
With your will that you have now, will of God, which has fashioned the whole world, which has fashioned you, every cell within you has been fashioned by God Almighty. And what are you doing is to play into the hands of these entrepreneurs. They have realized that these vulnerable people are very good for having as their disciples, I should say, to make money, to befool them. Now, on this side, you have such a great power. You are chosen for such a great thing. And on the other side, you have this kind of slavery. So try to understand that your innate qualities were lost. But luckily, by the Kundalini awakening and by breaking out the Sahasrara, all these innate qualities which will look like lost, like your innocence, like your creativity, like your religion within, like your compassion and love for the humanity, like your power of judgment, wisdom, all these great qualities which we thought were lost were nothing but they were in a dormant state. They all got awakened one by one. Don't have to tell you, don't drink this, don't eat this, don't do that. You yourself realize that this is wrong. You yourself know what is good for you. And still, if you want to do wrong, you can go ahead. But already there is a light within you to see for yourself what is good and what is bad. It has come because of this Sahasrara being opened out to this new dimension of new knowledge. This is not new. It is all innately built within you. Now all those innate qualities are manifesting and you are enjoying them. So now you have to get out of your petty ideas and petty things. People are reporting to me something very funny. I can't believe Sahaj Yogis can do like that they run away with the plates that I have bought, or they run away with the cups, they throw things here and there, all over the places they are throwing things. How can you behave like this? I mean, this is so stupid and so insipid. If you do not have a proper discipline of life yourself, you cannot carry the will of God. You cannot. But I'm not going to tell you, do this or do that. I respect your freedom. And I just want that your own Kundalini should awaken that wisdom in you, that greatness in you, that glory in you, and you start understanding what is our innate quality. So it will purify. Once you are purified completely, like you see, if you have some gold which is not pure, you put it in the fire, the gold is separated. In the same way, the fire of Kundalini cleanses you completely, makes you absolutely clean, and you start seeing your own glory, your own nature, your own greatness. So the integration part comes to you easily. You start integrating. First of all, we used to have Sahaj Yogis, say some from England, some from Spain, some from here. They would always have different groups. They would never sit together. You could make out this is English sitting here, they are sitting here, they are sitting here. And they would form a group. But now it's not so. Now I find they all are becoming integrated. The integration of human beings is the most important thing for Sahaj. That comes by understanding, not by your intelligence, but by innate understanding that all human beings are made by God, by His will. And we have no right to despise anyone. The second integration that has come within you is that all religions are born on the same tree of spiritual life. That all religions are to be worshipped. All incarnations, all prophets, all scriptures are to be worshipped. There are defects, there are problems with those scriptures which can be corrected. So gradually you start entering into the subtler side of divinity to understand that all these people have worked hard to create today the atmosphere for Sahaja Yoga. And no religion is to be despised, and no religion is to be attacked, which is a very, very absolutely unreal thing. And you're working it out a very unreal theory which doesn't exist in the divine plan. So this is how we finish all fundamentalism. Fundamentalists are the ones who believe that this is written in this book, this is written in this book, and that we because we read this book, we are something better. Anybody can read any book. What is so great? Same, I would say, in Sahaja Yoga, people should not become fundamentalists. Be very careful. Because that's what you are born like that. I mean, I don't know, it's not your innate quality, but the way you are made that way, you are fashioned yourself that way, that you start also making Sahaja Yoga sometimes a fundamental. Mother said so. Do not use me anywhere. Mother said so is a way you want to dominate others. You yourself say, because now you have a right, you have an individuality in Sahaja Yoga. You can say what you have to say yourself. But don't say that mother has said it, because anybody can start like that. Christ said it, a clergyman or as a pope can stand upon his own platform and say that Christ has said it. They can just arbitrarily use all these things. So nobody has business to use me arbitrarily. Whatever you have to say, you say yourself. But don't ever quote me as that mother has said it, or in this book such and such is written, so this is the line that is important. You are not bound by any line, by whatever I say. It is you who has to stand up and see for yourself what you have to say. Because you have to use now your will. And for that, you have to develop yourself to have pure will, the pure desire of God Almighty. The integration not only outward but inward. Like, first of all, whatever we did, our mind used to say one thing, our heart used to say another thing, our brain used to say another thing. Now what has happened? That all these three things have become one. So whatever your brain says is absolutely acceptable to your heart, absolutely acceptable to your attention. So you yourself, you have become now integrated. Many people write, Mother, I want to do it, but I can't do it. Mother, it's my desire to do it, but I can't do it. Not now. Now you are completely integrated and you can easily do the whole thing very well. If you want to examine yourself, you should try to find out, am I integrated or not? Whatever I am doing, am I doing with my full heart or not? With my full attention or not? I've seen that you do with full heart and full intelligence, but full attention is not there. Still the attention, which is the first thing that was enlightened, is not fully used. So the whole attention should be absolutely there, that I have to do this thing with full attention. Otherwise, the integration is not complete. Integration is partial. So these three things have to be completely integrated. So the integration of all the chakras comes in. Like whatever you do has to be auspicious. Whatever you do has to be with full attention. Whatever you do has to be absolutely religious. So like that, all these centers are being absolutely one, integrated power that you have. So the whole life should be integrated. Now, say somebody's husband is not that level, or somebody's wife is not of that level. You shouldn't bother. You should just bother about yourself. Don't expect anything from anybody else. It is your duty which is important. You have to fulfill your duty and you have to work it out yourself. Unless and until you understand that it is your individual being which has achieved it, and it's the individual being which has to realize it. It's the individual being that has to become one, integrated with the rest of them. If you start putting things, about many times I've seen, if I say something, people start thinking that I'm saying for somebody else. They never take it for themselves. So, not we have to see what is my gain. I've got financial gains, say, I've got physical gains, I've got mental gains, I've got joy, happiness. That's not the only thing. That should not be the only criteria. But what you should have is the understanding of your own personality, which is being specially fashioned many lives for you to come in this life to get your realization, to do the further work of will of God. Every moment when you see a miracle taking places, you do realize that is all done by Param Chaitanya. Well, what is Param Chaitanya? Is the will of Adi Shakti. And what is Adi Shakti? Is the will of God. So it's all whatever is done. Is all fixed entities, we can call them, or these vibrations are like, we can say, DNA tips. They all know how they have to fashion. See, today it's very sunny, everybody is surprised. How can they have? So many things happen like this. The other day we had Havan, it was absolutely sunny. So the whole cosmos is working for you. You are on the stage now and you have to see to it. But if you don't have faith in yourself, if you are not confident as to what you are, how can you help? How can you work out yourself and work out all the problems of the world, which are created only by human beings? So we have to absolutely overthrow all these dominations on us. First, from science, we can prove everything that Saj Yoga, whatever it has said about science, has been proved. So we can throw science, which is just all the time in the flux, it's changing all the time. Then the so-called religions that we have, so-called religions, because people who have been Catholics, who have been Protestants, who have been Hindus or Muslims or this and that, they all have got that thing on their heads. And this has to be thrown away. We have to become a new personality. After realization, as I said, you become like a lotuses from the mud. So now you have become lotuses, and the lotuses have to throw away all this dead mud. Otherwise, fragrance won't be there. That one has to achieve, is to throw away all these shackles which are which are killing you. Which are of no use but a burden, and beautiful lotuses as you are. You have to understand that the whole fashioning has been done so carefully, with such sweetness, with such delicacy. So, first of all, we must have respect for ourselves. We must have affection and love for others. And we must have respect, means we must have discipline. We have to have the discipline. Because if you respect yourself, you will definitely discipline yourself and you will make it available. Now, as you can realize that from my life itself, that I work very hard, travel a lot, much more than any one of you can do. Because I have the will that I have to bring this world to that state of enjoyment, to that state of happiness, to that state of divinity, where they realize what is their glory, what is the glory of their Father. So I work very hard and I never even think that something will go wrong with me or this will happen, what will happen. I never have bothered you about my family life, about my children, about anyone. Whatever problems I had, I am dealing with them myself. But here I get such big, big letters from Sajogis writing about their daughter, their son, this thing, that thing. Another thing is attachment to family is the biggest burden on your heads. And all the time you are worried about your children, you are worried about this, you are worried about that. That's not your responsibility. Please try to understand. That's the responsibility of God Almighty. You can't do better than Him, can you? But when you try to take the responsibility, He says, all right, look after. And the problems start. Detachment is the word one should understand in a proper sense. When I ask people, why do you throw things here and there, say, we are detached. Wonderful way. And what about your children? You cling on to them. What about your own things? You cling on to them. For a small little thing, they'll bother my head. And, well, it belongs to me or to Sajoga, then they'll have a very nice time with it and throw it away wherever they feel. I mean, this kind of irresponsible people, how can you call them divine? How can they be saintly people? Saintly people not only are responsible for themselves, but for everyone. Very slowly, smoothly, sweetly, with great affection, I have brought you to this level. I didn't ask you to go to Himalayas or stand on your heads or to donate all your properties to me, nothing like that. We have managed it in a very, very beautiful manner. Now, further, when you have to go further, then you have to understand that your duties are to be fulfilled by you and by nobody else. But these duties are done by you are towards your family, towards your house, towards this, towards that. No duties towards her. So when you were, before Saj Yoga, you were not attached to anyone. In the sense you are only attached to yourself, self-centered. Now you have widened your circle a little more, that now you are attached to your wife, to your children. But that's just the same. That is also selfish. Because they are your children, you think. They are not your children. They are the children of God. I hope all of you are intelligent enough to understand your responsibility and work it out. This is a very important thing that has happened to you, that Sahasrara has opened. Now you can prove the existence of God, His will, everything to the whole world. Nobody can challenge Sajoga. Those scientists who will challenge can be told. Anybody, whether you are a scientist, economist, politician, anything, everything can be explained in the light of Saj Yoga and can be proved that there's only one politics, that is of God, one economics, that is of God, and there is only one religion, that is of God, is Vishwanirmal Dharma. It can be proved. There's nothing to be afraid of or to worry about. This all can be proved to the scientists and to the other intellectuals and to some few people if they want to listen to us. If they don't want to listen to us, forget it. Because we are so powerful, why should you worry about them? But if they are willing to listen to us, then it's better that we tell them, now we have discovered this great power. And if it works out, if this great power works out, then only we can really fashion the whole world in a new way. I have great hopes from you people, but the seriousness with which you should take such. For example, even meditation people don't do. Simple thing like meditation you people don't do. I can't understand. How will you grow without meditation? Unless and until you become thoughtlessly aware, you cannot grow. So you have to at least meditate morning, evening. There are many people who are not even collective by temperament. If they are staying in an ashram, they just think that ashram life is no good, and such people should really get out of Sahaja, because they have not yet understood what is Sahaja is. Without collectivity, how will you grow? How will you assemble your power? You see, you know very well that in a Sangha, in a group, in combining together, only you can be strong. It's a fact that if you have one stick, you can break it, but if you put many sticks together, you cannot break it. But there are still people I know who are still not so much in collectivity. Shows how poor they are in their understanding of their own self. And they are telling me that, Mother, we don't want to stay in the ashram now anymore more. So they should get out of Sahaja. Without the collectivity, you cannot grow. Without the discipline of Sahaja, you cannot grow. It's better to have 10 people of good quality than to have 1,000 useless people. That's what is the will of God. So now, as you are today here, so many people, I'm really enamored to see so many people out there. And we have done so much of our growth and grown out of all those nonsensical things that we were following. But today, we have to take a vow that I'll now fashion my life according to the will of God. Absolutely. And dedicate myself to that. No family, no other considerations, just forget it. Nothing so important. Everything can be looked after by the will of God. So if you just try to follow the will of God, your children will looked after, everything will be looked after. You don't have to worry for anything. And that works. Just try to understand that you have problems because you don't want to give those problems to God. You want to keep it to themselves. That's why you have problems. If you decide that no, I just want to give these problems to the God's will, finished. Also, there are some who want to say that we are not so capable, whether we can't do it. Saying like this also is stupid. You test yourself, see for yourself. So, first of all, one has to understand, why do we say such a thing? Maybe that we are very money oriented, that we want to have money to ourselves or something like that. Or some people are there who talk of business also in surgery. There must be something like a money orientation or some sort of a material attachment that they say that we are not capable, we cannot change. The second could be this mamatva, as they call it, the attachment, your family, children, this, that. Or this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. This could be the second reason, that you think that you are not bold enough or you are not strong enough to do such. Thirdly, could be that you are still playing with your old habits and that you are enjoying your life without virtues. There can be some reason like that. So just try to locate, why am I behaving like this? Why am I not getting into the same beautiful path of my ascent as everybody has got it. If we introspect, we'll find out that there's something wrong with me that I think I'm not capable of doing. You are capable of doing everything. You just try this and enjoy it. So, most important thing now remains is that you should become a proper, strong, compassionate vehicle of God's will. So, then what is most important? Of course, I agree that you do my puja because that helps you a lot, no doubt. But other things are not important. So many other things you people tell me is not of importance. Main thing is that you should all ascend higher and higher and compete with each other in getting into higher situation. As it is, I think in such a short time we have achieved a lot, no doubt. But still, we have to speed up and work it out. I'm sure that this new science, or we can say the which is the absolute science, will one day outshadow the other science and tell people that this is what it is. It is in your hands. You work it out. So today is the day we celebrate by which we have opened absolutely a new dimension, absolutely a venue of great divinity, of the proofs of divine. And this is something so great that we can really finish all the illusions they have about themselves, about their ego. We can manage that. That power you all have. May God bless you.
Mantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Thank you, Shri Mataji, for your blessing again and again. Thank you for this collective meditation. Praise Shri Mataji. Let's bow down to Shri Mataji and take Bandhan.